Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's training. My name is Hannah Nykirk. I am a graduate student here at Ball State University. I am studying applied behavior analysis, and I am the lead at the clinic here. I hope you've had a wonderful time here at training so far. We are so happy to have you join the team. Today, we are going to go over prompting in ABA therapy. We will discuss what a prompt is, why prompts are important, and the 6 different types of prompts. To begin, what is a prompt? A prompt is a form of assistance given to the child to help them learn. A prompt is given to the learner to help them or cue them to a specific response. You could think of it kind of like a hint that helps you get to the correct or desired response. For example, if we were in school and the teacher asked, "What day is it today?" Let's say none of the children knew what day it was. She could give them a prompt by saying, "Today is and then the students would say Sunday. This helps the students get to the correct response. So why are prompts important? Prompting helps the child learn and it helps them get to the correct response. It's a way to assist the child to answer the question or respond correctly. It's a tool to teach children essential skills like identifying objects in their environment, requesting items, and learning about themselves and the environment around them. In addition, it helps the child go from an incorrect response to a correct response. We want the children to be as independent as possible. Prompting increases the children's rate of responding and helps the child to learn more efficiently. In addition, it helps to decrease frustrations with the learner and helps learning to be more efficient. Each child might prefer different prompts, or only specific prompts may be used with specific clients, and that's okay. Each child learns differently. Today we are going to discuss 6 different kinds of prompts. There is full physical, partial physical, modeling, gestural, verbal, and visual. And I want to show you our diagram, which is on page 6 of your training manual. It's a really simplified diagram to assist with the different types of prompting. So I'll go over it really quick, and we're actually about to break all of these down. So we have full physical, partial physical, modeling, gestural, verbal, visual, and independent, so they get it all by themselves. And it goes from most to least intrusive prompting. You can also get from most to least assistance. So this would be really helpful to keep out while I go through and explain each of these. So first we're going to start with full physical. A full physical prompt looks like guiding the child to the correct response by placing your hand on their forearm between the wrist and the elbow. This is the most intrusive prompt, and it's given the most assistance to help them get to the correct response. So if the demand being placed was touch the cow, the therapist would place their hand here and assist the child in touching the cow. Next we have partial physical. So this is going to be providing some assistance to the learner to get to the correct response. So this would look like placing your hand gently between the elbow and the shoulder, right about here. So if the demand being placed was clap your hands, it would look like the therapist putting their arm or their hand on their arm to help them clap their hands. Next we have modeling. A modeling prompt looks like the therapist modeling the entire skill and then having the child then do it. If the skill being taught was cupping your hands, then the therapist would first demonstrate the skill and model it for the client. Next we have a gestural prompt. A gestural prompt is pointing to assist the learner in getting to the correct response. If the skill being taught was find the cow, then the therapist would point to the correct response, which would assist the child in then getting to the correct response as well. Next, we have a verbal prompt. A verbal prompt is the therapist giving that verbal assistance for the child to receive the correct response. If the demand being placed was, "What's your name?" the therapist would prompt the learner by saying, "Max." This is a full verbal prompt because the therapist gave the full verbal. When fading the full verbal prompt, the therapist can then use the partial verbal prompt. So, for example, if the target or the demand being placed was, "What's your name?" the partial verbal prompt would be "Ma" instead of saying "Max." That would help the learner then get to the correct response. Next, we have the visual prompt. So this is a visual used to assist the child in getting the correct response. It could be a picture, a drawing, or a video. So if the demand being placed was "Clap your hands," then a visual prompt would be having a picture or a video of a child clapping their hands on the table to assist the child. So today we discussed what a prompt is, why it's important, and the 6 different types of prompts: full physical, partial physical, modeling, gestural, verbal, and visual prompting. Thank you all for attending, and good luck with the rest of your training.